Laura, we're down here at Annie Farnell's gym where I'm going to catch up with you because you've just put pen to paper with my boss and now your manager, Mr. Steve Wood.
Yeah, just signed off.
When and how did that come about?
It was in February. We sat down and had a chat. We thought this was probably the best road to go down. Like we were talking about before, he's got so many shows on all the time. He's got fires in and out. It just seemed like I was comfortable with it. I've been to hundreds and hundreds of his shows. He could get me out a few times a year, and he looks after his fighters.
He does, he does. Yeah. And I did an interview with you. You probably won't remember, but it was about 7 years ago. It was just before you should have made your debut.
Yeah.
I think it was on a Black Flash show.
Yeah.
And I remember chatting to you, and you were very young then. You were like 21, 22.
Yeah.
But I was really blown away because you told me about your amateur background.
Yeah.
And I think you said you had 33 fights, 26 wins or 27 wins. But the thing that amazed me was 21 stoppages.
Yeah, so we worked out the other week, I said once you get past about 15 fights, they kind of go over your head and you lose count of things. But discussing with Arnie the other week, we worked out it was about 35 fights. I'd only lost, it was about 4 or 5 times, so about 31 wins. And I'd stopped about 27, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's quite phenomenal.
Yeah, there's a few big stoppages.
In those wins, I believe you won 4 national titles?
Yeah.
And 3 of them being as a senior?
Yeah. Then all the titles were stoppages. Yeah, they didn't go past the last round, no.
So really, you've been sat on your bum for the last few years, watching the way female boxing has just gone. I mean, you've got to admit, since lockdown, female boxing, there wasn't really a place for it. It was a bit of a sideshow.
Yeah.
Not no more.
No. Not
I mean,
more,
I mean, you've got obviously Katie Taylor headlining shows all over the place, but it's like I genuinely look forward to them now because I know I was speaking to Jamie Moore because Chantel Cameron and we were talking about maybe having the 3-minute rounds for the girls and everything. I don't care whether we have 3-minute rounds or not because the 2-minute rounds just make it action packed. Very, very, very rarely do you see a female fight that not deliver. Yeah,
definitely, I agree. I think in that 2 minutes, a lot of the fights I've seen, it's non-stop. I don't know if it's a fact we've got something to prove in a sense that a lot of time when you speak to not necessarily male fighters but male boxing fans, they do come to a thing of women are boring when they fight, they want this, they want that, which I think is totally the opposite to what we are. And with us having that 2 minutes, we can prove that there's non-stop action. We're always going to constantly throw. It's not going to be all the time sloppy. It's not just going to be boring technical work. It is. We put on a show, and I don't think the 3 minutes are needed at all either.
I don't. It may be further down the line when the pool
big titles or something. Yeah.
But at present, I think it's what keeps it exciting.
Yeah.
It keeps people wanting to watch.
Yeah.
And like I say, it's just. You can't help but smile when you watch these fights. I mean, I think Natasha Jonas and it was in Natasha and Terry Harper.
Yeah.
It kickstarted it all, didn't it? Because behind closed doors in Eddie's backyard, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And
and from that moment onwards, it's just
was it.
Open.
Definitely, yeah.
And now, like I say,
we're getting our British titles now, aren't we?
In fact, I've filmed a couple of Central Area title fights.
Oh, cool! Right.
Which have been brilliant.
Yeah.
But now I think it's going to be contested in the next few weeks. First at welterweight, is it?
Yeah.
Which is hopefully the weight that you want to be fighting at. Eventually.
Yeah, definitely. Eventually, by the end of the year, hopefully that's going to be the fight we are doing at that weight. Yeah.
So why the big break then? That's what we've got to ask because it was 7 years ago when I spoke to you when you were talking about making your debut. We're now 7 years on and hopefully that's going to happen sometime in June. Steve said to you, isn't it?
June 24th, Bolton. Yeah.
Bolton.
Yeah. Do you know what? Unfortunately, a few circumstances happened. I just ended up falling off the track of the training. I also then just did my teaching degree. I kind of let that take over. I qualified as a teaching assistant. I pursued my career towards that. And then I had a little baby. I had a little man, yeah, and he took up the rest of the time. he was my number one goal. I always had boxing in the back of my head. There wouldn't go a day I wouldn't shadow box in my kitchen. But yeah, it got to the last probably about a year and a bit ago. I just I couldn't imagine the next 10 years without not stepping in that ring again.
Well, they always say, you know, when you're on your deathbed, it's the things you regret are the things you didn't do.
Yeah.
And with someone who achieved so much as an amateur yourself, I suppose it had to happen, didn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It was just it's something I'm meant to be doing, 100%. Like as I said to people now, I've had so long out, I said that doesn't make a difference, it doesn't matter. I've had to work a little bit harder to shift the weight off, I'm still doing that, but my technical ability and my power, I'm a fully matured woman now. Back then when I was stopping women women and fighters there, I was 18, 19, I hadn't fully matured.
Well, what would you say, how would you describe your style then?
I'm a very forward fighter. I can box on the back foot, but I'd rather not. I want to put a show on. I'd like to get the stoppage. If I see a clean shot go through, I'll be jumping on you. You won't be, getting away from it.
So definitely fan friendly.
Yes, absolutely. Non-stop from ding ding round one. It's literally, I'll have people on their feet. I can promise that.
Yeah, well, and going back to this place, how did you find your way down to Arnie's then?
Everybody's always known of Arnie anyway. We know him as, Manchester's finest kind of fighter. And it was just a case of, he's from Colliers to Moston. I used to train at Colliers to Moston here and there.
That's the way I think the first book was you.
Yeah. So when it was all amateurs, it was Zelfa, me, it was all bits of
Zelfa just had a great win on the
Yeah,
weekend,
we did,
didn't
yeah, awesome win. So, I knew of Arnie here and there. I popped him a message, just off chance. I thought I'd see if he fancied a bit of pad work. I'd never done pads with anyone else but my dad, so it was kind of a big step to go forward after all that time out. He's dead chilled. He said come down. I think we did about 3 rounds. I just lasted 3 rounds on the pads, and we just clicked. He sat down. He'd obviously watched a few of my interviews because he knew a little bit already, and he said I'm happy to go forward and do this with you.
In fact, I was listening to you because you were talking to Aki Karim from British Boxers at the Gary Booth show on the weekend. Yeah. You were down there. I was up at the top filming.
Oh right, was you? Right, okay.
I had the headphones on, so I was listening to you.
Right, yeah.
So I presume you're really excited then to kickstart it this time.
Yeah, I'm 100%. To be honest, even more so probably now, my brain, I'm head focused full on. Back then, yeah, of course I was anyway. I had my dad there. I think because we had the role of everything, winning the championships, and it was just a flow. That's what I'd been doing the last 5-6 years. Now having the time out, I've been able to sit and watch these women and kind of realise the women have leveled up. They're a different breed now.
Yes.
It's
did you
never
think
was.
you'll be able to cope with this, or did you feel, because winning as much as you won there, you must have been in that top few.
Yeah.
So there wasn't probably many people that could give you any trouble.
No.
But now it seems like everyone is in that level. Kate Taylor set the bar very, very high.
Yeah.
But now everyone's at that same level.
Yeah. Definitely.
All the top girls anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it's anything I'm going to struggle against. Like I said, getting down to my comfortable fighting weight by the end of the year, that's where I'll shine best. I don't want to be waiting until the end of the year to fight at that, so we are going to fight a little bit heavier for the next 2, but it doesn't matter, no problem at all. But no, I think if anything, it's going to give me a kick up the arse. Yeah. It's going to make me train harder. I've not stopped talking and watching anything to do with the female boxing. I'm fully on it. All the women that I used to spar and fight, they're up there now, and I'm slowly following them behind. Definitely.
No, I'm excited for that. June the 24th at Bolton, a great venue to make your debut. It's a wonderful, really is a good place, especially for me to work, because you're not stuck in a changing room.
Yeah.
You can see what's happening. All I have to do is look over your shoulder, see what's happening
it's all
down there, and it's a fun night. Sometimes it can be quite daunting, especially with you being out for such a long time, to be stuck in a changing room thinking about what you're doing.
Yeah.
You don't realise what happens is suddenly next thing your gloves are on and you're going out there fighting, and it makes for a great debut. That place.
Definitely, 100%. I've been to quite a few shows there, and like you said, the atmosphere, everything about it. You can see The boxers warming up top.
Yeah.
You know, you always see people nosying up there.
And you got all the home fighters on one side,
yeah,
the away
and
fighters
on the other.
You're glancing over there
Yeah.
a little bit. But what I love about the female boxing, I meant to get to it before, is it's like the Katie Taylor fight with Chantel Cameron. You know, Katie put a tweet out. She's coming home. You know, first homecoming fight in Ireland. It's a big fight for her. You know, she goes out and she picks one of the toughest girls out there.
Yeah.
You know, this is what you're all crazy. you know, you don't mind flirting through the weights, moving up, moving down, whatever you want to do. You just seem to say yes.
Yeah.
So I think the male boxers could take a leaf out of your book.
Yeah, definitely. I think what they've done is awesome. It's just like you said before. It's taking over slowly but surely. We are getting there to take over. We're having the shows which is just dedicated to women. Boxer have been doing that, but for Katie to do that, and it's selling though, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, if she'd pick someone and we'd all be like, you know, it'll be a good fight, but this that, but for
well, that's what I love.
yeah.
You just say she's the best. Let me fight her.
Yeah.
And
tickets are gone in no
there's
time.
no arguing with it. They all just seem to do it.
Yeah.
You know, the matchmakers all work around it, and the promoters say, "Well, yeah, okay then."
Yeah.
So listen, I'm looking forward to your journey start on June the 24th, like I say, in Bolton, and hopefully I'll be down there. We'll be filming it.
Lovely.
I'll be chatting to you afterwards, and
yeah,
we'll be saying 1-0.
Yeah, celebrating. Definitely. Thank you.
Laura, you take care, love. I'll see you soon.
Too.
Well, listen, when we have an opponent and everything, because it's a little bit away, we'll catch up with you. But I'm just down here to catch up with another one of your stablemate. One other thing is, another good reason for you to be in here is you've got a good sparring partner. In Hannah Bagley.
Yeah, exactly. So she fights at the welterweight as well. So it is good sparring right now. Obviously, I'm a little bit heavier, but she don't have a problem. She's tough as she's a bit loon. She doesn't mind. But I'm slowly again getting down there. But it's awesome. We've got each other there constantly. We're in and out all the time, and it's never a boring spar as well. It's always exciting. We'll have to get some footage one time.
Right, well that's what we'll be doing.
Yeah.
We'll be catching up while you're working in the gym.
Yeah.
We'll get you on the pads with Arnie.
Fabulous.
We'll see you doing a bit of bag work, get people excited about it. But from when I spoke to you last time, I was excited then. I'm excited now because I think maybe, as you just said, maybe this is the right time for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Laura, you take care, love. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.